Para-ubu. Do you remember Para-ubu? Anyway, this is not about Para-ubu or about anything in particular. Or is it? You decide. That's a bottle of wine. Look at the TV, 20 years old. 50 for the died, but it's in their mind. People died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. They're all my friends. They died. Friends of mine, who were friends of grief, died. People died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. They were all my friends. They died. I salute you, my brother. Those died. Those are people who died. Those people who died. You were all my friends. They died. Those people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. They were all my friends. They died. Short feet strikers. But they say, by the very same bikers. Those who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who died. They were all my friends. But we died. If you know there was no devil, think about those, to the bottle of wine. Nobody does think there was anything settled, consistent shots inside, but it's too good of mine. There's people that died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. They were all my friends. They died. Those who have friends of mine, they died. People who died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. Those are people who have died. They were all my friends. They died. Trying to stop for the never do. Strangers to get to the fool and the train. They get a stand, get to the face. And these I do all the others. I salute you, my brother! People will die, die. There's some people who die, die. Those are people who die, die. Those are people who die, die. They were all my friends. They died. Those are people who die, die. Those are people who die, die. Those are people who die, die. They were all my friends. They died. Wowzers. Sunday, May 25th at 1:30 a.m. And as I exhibited earlier during this take, this is my first salty dog. Why was there that hesitation? My first salty dog since, well, there was only one since that video. And since then, there's this, and it's not the special one, it's just an ordinary one. It started off a little strong. Just haven't been drinking very much vodka lately, but it was like, leave that little bit in a bottle or just dump it all in. So I dumped it all in. And so, what we just heard was just about, just about the best deaf song you're going to hear with a beat, with a heavy beat, with a bit of a message. People Who Died by Jim Carroll, accompanied by Salty Dog. May 25th, 120, May 25th at 1:31 and 38 seconds a.m. Interesting news today. Today being still Saturday because I haven't gone to bed yet and it's only 1:30 a.m. like I just said before earlier. So it's still Saturday. For the last couple of days, Agneta has been trying to get a hold of me, and she ended up doing so today around 2:30 p.m. Saturday my time, which would be Eastern time, her time, 2 hours later, which would be 4:30 or so. And I thought she wanted to ask some questions maybe for the excuse me, for the interview, maybe to follow up on some questions and stuff for what she's doing with the Swedish Broadcasting Company. And anyhow, that wasn't what she was calling about. She was calling about her and her partner, who happens to also be Agneta, and so they're affectionately known as A1 and A2. Called, or wanted to call and see if they could help me out by they're sending a check, which will be here sometime next week. That will help me. It will cover my rent and most all my bills for June, which is quite cool, very cool. And I'm most appreciative, which is maybe why the video and everything's going on and everything. But yeah, that is such a relief. And tonight, coincidentally, friend came over for dinner. Um, I don't think that's in the vocabulary, folks. Dinner. How about dinner? Yes, she came over for dinner, and I got a few things on sale at Sprouts, and we had mahi mahi grilled on my barbecue grass grill, marinated the way I would for mahi mahi, and also some yellow squash and some miniature baby or whatever they are, bell peppers, um, red and orange ones. Um, well, the squash and the bell peppers were marinated in a rosemary and garlic kind of a oh, powderized substance that you get from like Tones or some kind of a spice manufacturer. But that's what it was, with mixed with a liberal amount of olive oil, and um, just set on a plate for a little while and let it soak in. Um, and the mahi mahi was marinated um, with olive oil, marsala, wine, a little bit of your Worcestershire sauce, freshly ground allspice peppercorns and black peppercorns, and we also had a few shrimp that were steamed um, in a water mixture of Old Bay, of course. Oh, plus the mahi marinade had Old Spice, as well as the shrimp had Old Spice. So the shrimp was mostly just Old Spice and a combination of black peppercorns and allspice peppercorns ground up and mixed together. Um, and I had a risotto from the Lundgren company, something like that. And it was a butternut squash risotto. And I also added some minced fresh onion and garlic to that. Right at the very first, when you fire up the pan, put in the olive oil, put a little bit of cracked pepper in there, let it heat up, and then you're supposed to throw in the rice that's supplied. Well, first I throw in the onion and the garlic and let it saute a little bit, and then throw in the rice. And then they say 2 minutes, and I probably let it go almost about 5, so it really starts to get a toasty flavor to it. And then basically follow the directions from there. And so we had a great dinner tonight, and I got to tell Fran about everything that's been going on the last couple of weeks. Kind of things have been frantic for the last week or so since I've seen her. She's kind of helped, got the first Universalist Church at Denver gig to happen last Sunday. Today is Sunday, so a week ago. She got that to happen, and it's just been a busy week, so I'm just touching base with her and letting her know what's happening 2 weeks ago with the ISS situation and other things, and then finally led up to telling her that I got June's rent covered without her help for next month for June, because of the A1 and A2 of the two Agnetas AG NETAA It's just a tough name for me. So anyway, that is quite a relief. And after Fran had dinner here tonight, and she really was. She seemed to be pretty impressed with what I served. Yeah, it was good. But I always sorry, but usually I always cook good. That's the whole point of it all. But then after dinner, she left and went back home, and then I got a few things on a thumb drive, a USB thumb drive, and then went over to her place and got another one of her drives reprogrammed for Super Duper so that it would back up properly, and dropped off a few videos that she could watch without having to go through the hassle of trying to watch on the internet because she has such an amazingly, unbelievably decade at least behind speed connection internet at her house. It's terrible. It's I wouldn't be able to take it. I mean, that's all I have is the internet. I don't have any other like services coming in. No TV service, no phone service. I just have my Cricket cell phone and my Comcast connection. I'm able to get the blast right now because um, I've because of where I'm living. It's not Comcast itself. As far as the service goes, when it's solid, it is solid. But I'm in a connection where, I'm in a location, not a connection. I'm in a location where it's more industrial and more industrial and commercial than it is residential. In fact, I'm living on top of a restaurant right now. Um, and it's all commercial behind me, and then right behind me is the light rail, and then the railroad, coal trains and everything, and the trunk line for Comcast. So there's all these interruptions because this is the prime area where they're doing work continuously, so that they from here it branches out to everywhere else. So sometimes I'm shut down for 2 hours to 6 hours at a time. Which could be a bummer. And they try to make it up to me by giving me little discounts and stuff, but it's not worth the time that I actually lose at all. The download speeds are incredible, just incredible. Now, let's see. People Who Died, Jim Carroll. What an excellent song. And that's from the Catholic Boy album, which might be his first album, or maybe the first to actually get any notoriety, that's for sure, but it may be his first album too. I'd have to get back online to actually see that. So, let's see here. Oh shit. These are people who have died. These are people who have died. These are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. Because we're judging him in the black. Friends of mine, who were friends that died. They were friends who died. There are people who died. There are people who died. There are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. Myself and a girl. I salute you, my brother. There are people who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. People who died. They were all my friends. They died. These are people who have 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 died. They're all my friends. They died. Driving down some bikers to the rest, but Shore Beach going to the Rikers. That day he was feared by the very same bikers. Died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. There's all the roof of every night. They go to the pub and they spray to the bottle of wine. Look at the different old 55 who died. This is the mind. This is the died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. They were friends of mine. They were all the people. They were friends who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. All the others, I salute you, my brother. There are people who died. They were all my friends. They died. People died. Those are people who died. Those are people who died. They were all my friends. They died.